welcome back to the channel. Here I'm with DV with his also business page, DC5 Creations. Be sure to check it out. I don't know if you guys remember him, but I worked with him. It has been a minute. It's been a year. Yeah, almost a year now. So he's been coming up with this AC kit for me, and I'm gonna have him explain a little bit over. And also, if you didn't check out the previous video, I'll leave it right here and throw some sneak peeks in there so you guys can check it out as well.
It's been a whole year. I probably grew a couple of gray hairs by now. This thing has stressed me out. The whole purpose of this kit is to run a front face turbo kit on the Evos. I work on the Evo 8 and Evo 9. So it is 99.9% done right now. The only thing that I gotta get done is gonna be this piece right here. We just gotta get the mock-up points. But bear with me, I'm gonna get into more details about the kit and the whole purpose of it. But as you can see here, we have the condenser here in the front. It's a half condenser, and then working with the half size radiator as well. So a lot has changed. My kit specifically eliminates all the stock lines here in the chassis, and it comes with all brand new fittings, and we'll get into more detail in a second. But that's the whole purpose of it, is to get rid of all this junk stuff that's here in this part right here. But it's going to be a little bit changing that we're going to have to do, and I'm going to get into details and talk about it, because the charging ports are in a different location than normally are over here in the car. So let's get to it and get more details with it.
So I think in the last video we were trying to determine where the charging port was going to be. We thought, or had an idea of putting it here, and I was like, I don't want to have to take the fender off anytime I need to charge the AC, which hopefully you don't have to do that frequently. No,
it shouldn't be at all whatsoever.
So we ended up putting it right here, which he created a custom like billet bracket. I'll let you explain further.
So the charging port is going to be on this side, and as well as on this location right here. Hold on, let me show you over here.
Oh, okay.
So these two are going to be your new charging ports. So I will get into details about the lines and everything, where they need to be going. So here we have the billet fittings that took a minute to make everything. So this specific one is going to be going to your firewall. Okay.
Right. And I think we installed that last time, right?
Yep. So you can see here. Yep. This is just the old one that I've been banging around the box, so you will get a brand new one. So you can see here. So one of the things I really want to cover about this kit, and a lot of the things that a lot of the RSX people do, because I'm mainly more Honda and Acura.
As you can see from my shirt, that's his car.
Yeah, sadly.
No, it looks good. You have a nice
car. A lot of the factors that come into this is, and people have a problem with the AC kit, it has to be with the O-rings. So when people put the O-ring in, they either will damage it or will fall off in the middle of the process putting the kit on. So then they will charge the AC or vacuum it, and they don't have any vacuum to it. It comes into the factor that they've either dropped the O-ring in the process of it, or completely, just dropped it. There's really not much to it, because I do put them on, and you just have to put it on.
Basically, just be careful when installing it, because they can break or they can fall off easily.
There's a lot of O-rings, and I'm going to show you where they actually are going to be going to, but that is the biggest factor when it comes to it, is don't forget the O-rings, and don't damage the O-rings, because that's going to be your, from keeping the gas coming out.
So those are the two O-rings that he's referring to that you want to be careful with when installing.
So it's very hard, specifically in this car. Probably has to be the tightest chassis I dealt with, because there's no room in the back. You literally just blindfolding in the back and trying to put it in. So another factor is, when I give you this bolt, use this bolt. I give this kit to somebody else, and they just try to decide to use their bolt. As you can see here, this is very tight clearance. Okay, so you can see here it is very, very tight. So make sure you use this bolt that I give you. Okay, this in the process, I gave this kit to somebody else, and they were trying to jam the bolt in there and damage the whole thing. Don't be that guy. You're paying a lot of money for your kit, and use it right. So
everything that you need for this will be included. So just don't try to use anything old.
Try to. If it's there, it's for a reason. So make sure you do that. So this is gonna be going to your firewall just like this. I cannot get to the back to it to show you. This is specifically why I have it out right here.
You can kind of, if I can grab a light, we can
see here well, let me back it up. That's where the billet fitting is gonna be going to.
To the back.
To the back of the firewall.
Here.
All right. So next thing is gonna be the fittings that are gonna be going to the lines. So they're gonna have an O-ring as well. Okay. So that's gonna be going just like this. So you can see here.
Right. And there's two of them. There's one on this.
So on this specifically, for me, it worked out better to put the big one first and then the small one. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you where the big one goes. That way you can get an idea. Okay. So you're gonna put the big one on. You can show them where it is.
Alright, so if I zoom in, you guys can see that the left side is bigger than the right. So he's saying to go ahead and put the left side first and then do the smaller one.
Yeah, correct. So the line's going to be coming this way under the ABS pump. It's gonna come around this way.
And we can see it right here. So you guys can see the lines back there, and then he threw them.
So they're gonna be coming out over here to this side, okay? So you can see here. I have to put an O-ring on that one. Grommet, I meant, not O-ring. So you can see here. So on this side, you're gonna have to make a hole here. We covered this on the other video.
Right. So and again, I'll add that in here so you guys can see. So
you can see here, you're gonna have to. You can get this at Harbor Freight, 15, 20 bucks.
Yep.
It comes in handy a lot, believe it or not. So you can see here, the bigger line is gonna come through here. I'll give you this too. So you're gonna see it on the website. Comes around, and it'll be going right into your compressor. You can see there.
Yep.
And for this fitting as well, you can use your OEM bolts. I'm not gonna supply new ones because they actually work perfect. I didn't have absolutely no issues, so there's no reason for me to supply new bolts if it works absolutely perfect. So keep that in mind. You have to reuse your OEM bolts on this location, okay? One thing that might change from her kit to yours, and this is just to keep the kit a little bit priced lower from you guys. It's gonna be the fitting going right here. This is something I didn't tell you about, but this is just, it's gonna work absolutely perfect, and nothing else really would. Right. It won't make a big change to yours.
Okay.
So this is just to keep the price lower for everybody else, because if I give them that fitting is like 70 bucks.
Okay.
So that's how much price difference. Unless somebody specifically wants it, you let me know. I can make it to you like that. But otherwise, the kit is gonna price range way too high, and I try to always have the price where everybody's budget can fit in. So this is just the fitting that you're gonna be getting. It's gonna be this one. Okay, and then the 90 degrees is gonna become here like this one, and it's gonna have the port on this side. Okay, so specifically on hers, you can see the port is up this way. On yours, the port is gonna be sideways like this. Okay, so that's probably be the only thing that will change from her kit to yours. If you specifically want this, I will give you this, but just know the price is gonna be a lot different than what her kit is right now. So that is just to keep the price lower from you guys, because that fitting is a pain in the ass to make, and it takes a lot of machine process than something that is more simple like this.
Right. Okay. So to
I
keep
know I
it,
didn't talk to you about it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So to keep it affordable and budget, he just came up with a simpler solution.
Simpler solution that can work the same.
Right.
But that will work for your card. Absolutely no problem. But it's not like it's gonna make a big, dramatically different. It's just instead of the port being this way, the port's gonna be facing. Yeah, that's it. So it's not gonna be something.
And again, I mean, I'm sure that could be completely, I guess, depending on what the person wants.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
you know,
I just personally feel like making the kit a little bit more affordable from just the fitting, being, you know, the charge being this way, it's really not a big difference. So
as you guys know, all of this stuff is literally custom made. Like he literally did the science.
Nobody has made anything for Evos, and I can see why. This thing, it's been a whole year trying to get this done, and I'm still like stressing out.
That's just this. When you own one, you feel like that all the time.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm good on it. So that's what the big line is coming here to this location. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and cover the small one. Let me see. So the small one over here. So you can see here. You can go ahead and show them over there. I know they saw it. All right. So it's gonna be the same way.
That small one there.
Yep. It's gonna come around the ABS pump. It's gonna come out the same location as this. You can see here. Come up. Put a hose clamp and the screw. Hose clamp with the screw. At least I do this like this. So
you don't have to worry about it ever hitting the tire.
I'd rather be safe than sorry. So
agree.
So the line comes around this way. Loops this way. Okay, this is something I'm gonna cover in a second over here. All right, comes around, and it's gonna go here to this part. Okay, so something with the condenser that you're gonna have to know is on the condenser itself, not condenser, I mean the dryer itself, it's gonna have an inlet and an outlet. Okay, so the inlet right here, don't worry about this one right now, but this one right here itself is gonna be coming to this side. So the dryer itself is like an oil filter, but for your AC. So it's the filter of the system. Okay, so this one right here is going to come up, and as you can see here, it doesn't have no number, but on this side has an I and N, and that's the inlet. So this part right here is going to come around. You can bring it, and it's going to connect right here to the bottom of the condenser. So you can see it there.
Right there.
Yeah. Another thing is, I'm going to cover real quick now that we have this line right here. A lot of people don't know the difference between the loom and not loom. So you can see here, this line is just bare, has no loom on it, like this one. So you can see it actually looks a lot nicer.
Right.
Okay, so that is the difference that I get asked a lot what is the difference between this. So you get a bare one, or you can ask for the loom one. I'll have that in the website if you're interested in that. One last thing is, it's gonna be the press switch. You're gonna have to move the press switch to this location right here. So normally your pressure switch is on this location right here.
Yes, around here in this corner.
Yeah. So what you're gonna have to do is extend the wires. Let me see where I put it. So you can see here. Oh yeah. So you can see here, I have cut it and heat shrinked it. All right. So one thing I'm gonna do is, because I've seen it on the R6 people and they do chicken wires, I'm gonna supply you guys with the wire going from here to over here. Okay. One thing is, do not mix the wire colors, okay? So you can see here, this one is yellow and black, so I just put it here, and this one's red and black. So don't get it confused when you bring it from the stock location, okay? So you can see it here. So that is a big one right there. So I will supply you guys with the wire. I would have supplied it with the RS6 in the beginning, but I have to now because I've seen people use speaker wires.
Oh no.
It's just mind blowing. How about to give you 4 feet of wire and not see you not have your AC working because you cheap down some crappy wire. So last thing, it's gonna have to be the condenser, okay? The condenser, the way the condenser is gonna be going, you can see here I have some zip ties we just bought advanced, and I'm gonna be getting some for you guys. They're gonna be going through here. The condenser is gonna be mounted like this with some of this zip ties right here. They go through, there's one in this spot and there's another one right there, you can see it. All right, so they mount just like that. They go through it, and then they also hold the fan for her car. So you can see here, I'm gonna be cutting that in a second, but this ain't going nowhere, as you can see. You gotta shake it, let it know it's not going nowhere. We're gonna make a stainless mount for here. I just got the templates where the mount holes are, and so by the time everything's released and everything's good to go, I'm gonna ship her one. It's gonna be, it kind of look like a T here, and then it's gonna mount just like this, okay? So you can see it's gonna be something like this. I know you're probably not getting the picture right now. For the meantime, this is something we had to do just to get the mounting points, and I know where to mount the dryer, okay? So I don't have the piece with me. When I take it back, obviously I'll put it in the computer and I'll laser cut it, and then I'll supply it with the kits.
And then I'll be sure to record that for you guys so y'all can see. And that should be the last piece of the puzzle for this.
So obviously you're gonna have to charge the AC. One of the things I cannot stress this enough, make sure you vacuum the system, okay? It's gonna let you know that the system is sealed properly, and it's gonna let you know all the O-rings are working. Once the system is vacuumed properly, then you can charge it, all right? So that is the thing with all the RS6 hot boys, they just
try to go straight up and charge it without vacuuming the line. Yeah.
Go full set. That's not something you want to do because the lines have moisture, okay? You don't want any moisture inside the lines, and it's just natural, okay? You just have moisture outside. So backing the system out, it's going to get all that moisture out, and it's going to let you know as well that the system is passed to charge the system properly. So it's a lot to it, and I know there's like a lot of things going on to it, but it's just things to expect that if it's not holding vacuum, you have a leak somewhere.
Right.
And that could be the O-ring. 99% of the time
it's gonna be the O-ring, so yeah,
that is something to watch out for. But that is about it.
So how long do you think until you'll be able to start selling these kits? Because I know that's gonna be a question on here too.
I just gotta make this, that's it.
All right,
once that's done, you can see the
so maybe by the time this video is up and uploaded, yeah, I will have or have the kits, and I'll leave everything in the link in the description below.
We'll vacuum the system and make sure everything's good to go, and then I mean other than that, I can't even keep count how many I sell for the R6, the H, even for 8Ks. To this day, no problem, okay? So
tons of Honda stuff,
yeah, so a lot of reviews, a lot of solid reviews, so I don't expect anything to fail with this kit specifically. I take my pride on this stuff, so a whole year.
Literally in the making.
Yeah, literally a whole year.
It has been a year.
Because honestly, just I've been stumbled so much.
I've had a year of sweating my butt off in this car, okay?
So hopefully it's good. This is a thing that could possibly happen, specifically since you're running a small condenser. Let's say you park for a while and the ACs don't flow as cold. It's gonna have to be a factor of adding a fan to the front of the condenser. What specifically happened is you sit in there too long and then it's not cooling down the condenser enough. So if you feel like the car feels colder, I don't know if you ever drove an older car, but when you drive, it feels like the AC gets colder. It's because the condenser is not cooling down or the condenser is old. But specifically with their setups, you're literally cutting the condenser in half.
Correct.
The radiator.
Along with, exactly. So you're gonna expect to, you know.
Yeah, so that is the only downfall that I feel like it might be. But if this happens, add a fan to the front and make sure it blows that way. You don't want to have your fan blowing that way and the other fan blowing that way. You're just gonna create a huge heat
Yeah.
in the middle. So if it happens, that's the only thing that I suggest to do. But kit-wise, I don't see a problem with it.
Basically, make sure you have your O-rings on.
Yeah, yeah.
That was like number one.
I did your kit, so we're good.
Make sure you vacuum the system.
Yeah.
And pretty much just keep an eye on your temps when you're driving. I mean, these cars, honestly, with a half-size radiator, half-size condenser, we're not really meant to run AC when you're doing this. This is obviously a whole custom kit. I'm so excited because living in Florida, it sucks having a car with no AC, to be honest. And this isn't like your typical, I guess, street car, I should say. So it'd be nice to have 800 horsepower plus AC. Thanks, dude.
Yes,
appreciate you.
Man, appreciate you giving me the opportunity to help you out.
Next day here, we've got the AC right now charging. We just vacuumed the lines and filled up the AC pretty much, and I have it running. And guys, oh my gosh, this thing is ice cold. Wow, it actually feels colder than my Jeep, and I'm not even being like over the top. That's insane. Now I can say I have an 800 horsepower car that has AC. So much more enjoyable to drive during the summer because it's pretty brutal. We just did a leak test and it passed. Yep. Yay. So this thing is pretty much good to go. All right, so that's exciting and awesome news to know that it passed the leak down test. So DV, you did an amazing job and thank you so much. Next thing we're gonna be doing, guys, is mounting this. This is just temporary for right now, but you guys saw we're gonna be creating a billet bracket that we're gonna put here. He's gonna offer two different ones. So normally he would not be offering a billet bracket, but in my case, I'm gonna pay extra to have it done because this is somewhat visible. And I know just having this piece, little bracket here in billet is just gonna look so much nicer. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's left is to get something mounted up for here, which he's gonna mail me in the mail the next few days. So I'm excited for that. And I just can't believe that my Evo has freaking AC now. That was a huge thing that honestly I don't want to say I didn't really think about when it came to doing the forward-facing turbo. I knew that I was going to have to eliminate my AC, and I knew there were kits that were on the market and things like that. DV is a close friend of mine. We both met each other in the Honda world. He started doing stuff with different Honda chassis and moved on to the Evo stuff. So I'm excited that he's going to be offering this. You guys can check him out. I'm going to leave everything in the link in the description below. Hopefully by the time you're watching this video, this kit is available. If not, stay tuned. Again, I'll leave all his contact info below where you can message him if you guys have any questions. AC in the Evo was a success. Thanks again, DV. Thanks to all you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope this video helps you all in some shape, way, or form. And if you're here just because you have a forward-facing turbo and want to run AC in your car, comment below and let me know. Either way, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.